Hi there, it's Chris Hamilton here with Sales Tip a Day, www.salestipaday.com, and today I am doing number 20 of the 30 best ways to promote your website or blog, which is paid ads. Now, why do you want to promote your website or blog? Well, basically, by driving traffic to your site, you're getting visits, and visits are visitors. They turn into prospects, and prospects ultimately turn into customers, and customers give you money for your products or services, which is in most cases why someone might have a blog or a website that might be watching this. Now, why paid ads? Well, it's a quick source of targeted traffic towards your website or blog, and could give a very fast kickstart to getting people to know who you are. A lot of the paid ads are repetitive in nature. So basically, on Facebook and LinkedIn and also on Google, your ads show a certain amount of times. And in most cases, people will pay for the click-throughs that go on. So your ad could show 1,000,000 times, and basically you would never have to pay for it because of the fact that no one has clicked through on it. Now, if that's the case, though, chances are your ad's not all that great anyways, so that's why you're not getting click-throughs on your site. But it is very repetitive in nature, and people will see that over and over again, especially if you've targeted a specific demographic, which leads to the last point, which is the demographics. Nice thing about paid ads is that you can hone in on demographics on certain types of people that you want to be honing in on, which is way better than ads in the offline world, where you have a varied understanding of what the demographics are, but it's never laser focused and pinpointed the way it would be online. The other thing is you can actually track those ads and see what the click-through rates are and all that sort of stuff, so you can make sure that your marketing's working. It's like the old adage, they say, I know half my marketing's working, I just don't know which half. With online ads, you can actually laser focus and understand exactly what's working. So that old adage or that old saying no longer is applicable. So how to? Basically, I'm going to talk about kind of the three main ones: Google's AdWords, Facebook's ads, and LinkedIn's ads. And each one is kind of unique. AdWords is a broad stroke for people against terms, for if people are looking up certain terms. In Facebook, a little bit different. You can get a little bit more pinpointed based on demographic information, because Facebook is gathering certain demographic information such as age, where you work, what your interests are, and so on and so forth. LinkedIn is absolutely laser focused based on titles, what you do, where you work, what it is that what title you have, and stuff like that. So at a broad end, AdWords is very generic in nature. Facebook's a lot more focused, and LinkedIn can be very laser focused. What you really ideally want to do is target your audience, what you're trying to get at, and stuff like that, and make sure that you target the keywords as well. So when you're targeting your audience in each one of these cases, think about who it is that you're trying to talk to and trying to convey information to, and make sure that you have the specific keywords that you think those people are going to want to see. Your best bet is, if you can, put the keywords in the ad description and in the body of the ad as well. If you want to figure out what ads or what keywords drive a lot of traffic, you can go to Google's keyword tool, and it'll tell you approximate global searches for that, and also local searches, and local searches are based on a country basis. Now, the next thing you want to do is create the ads. Make sure that they speak to the people when you create those ads, and get them up online. And last but not least, you set a price and a budget. So you set a price that you're willing to pay for a click-through, and also the budget that you want on a daily basis as well. Now, tips. Make sure you have various ads. Do an A/B split. So basically have one variation or two or three or four, multiple variations of kind of the same ad, or the same ad that you've actually put copy into, and see which one works the best. If you have several versions of it, you can get rid of the ones that don't work and keep the ones that do work and drive stuff through. Make sure that you watch your budget very carefully, especially in the case of Google. If you have certain terms and keywords that you're using to trigger your ads being displayed, typically the shorter the amount of words that you have in it, the higher you'll burn through your budget quicker. If you have what they call long tail, 3, 4, 5, 6 different words in a phrase, Put quotation marks around it or brackets, square brackets around it so that it's very laser focused. And that way your budget will not get chewed through as quick as possible and stuff like that. Make sure that your LinkedIn ads are focused at businesses. This is an interesting thing. You can actually target to a specific level and also down to a company level on things. So if you wanted to just run an ad for a CEO of a company, I'm pretty certain you can do that on LinkedIn. And he may see it, she may see it, they may not. That's one of those things. But you have to remember that LinkedIn is very business targeted. So, if you've got something business in nature, make sure that you use LinkedIn. Facebook is a bit business and a bit social. It is, one of those things where you can combine the two and see some decent results. One thing I do like about Facebook is the fact that you get an awful lot of impressions against Facebook if you have a good ad, which also leads through to certain click-throughs and stuff like that. AdWords, on the other hand, as I say, is very broad and it's not as demographically targeted because Google does not gather all that information. The only way they have that information is if you're logged in on your Google account and they know exactly who you are and stuff like that. One of the things that I've also found with LinkedIn and Facebook is the click-through rates are really like 0.04, 0.08% and stuff like that. And it's not a very high click-through. So make sure that when you're targeting specific groups that you understand that the click-through rate is not an extremely high amount and it's based on sheer volume before you'll actually get click-throughs and stuff like that. So I hope you find that information useful, and if you want to reach out to me, make sure you contact me at chris@salestipaday.com, or you can reach me on my website, salestipaday.com. I've got numerous ways to contact with me. Down the right-hand side, I have a contact form. Also, my phone number is 403-630-1243. And when you're on my website, make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and any of the other social media sites. I love connecting with people through the website there. So make sure that you do connect with me. I hope you find this information useful, and thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.